Hello everyone! Today I'm going to talk about the Eva Cup. The Eva Cup was the third cup that I had purchased. I had gotten the Eva Cup and I tried that out for a few months and it just kept making me cramp. So I had picked up the Maluna Cup and I couldn't even get that one to open. So I had to go back online to search for another cup that might work for me. I stumbled across the Eva Cup on Amazon originally, and I had to contact them because I saw this blue color on their color chart, but it wasn't listed on Amazon. So I contacted the seller, who is also the owner of the Anagen company that makes the Eva Cups, and they got back to me right away and said that it was going to be available in a few days. So a few days later, sure enough, I went back and the blue was available. It is more of an aqua in person than it shows on my camera. So I don't know why, but I had purchased it from their eBay listing, same seller, same company, instead of the Amazon listing. But the cup was only $19.99, and that's what drew me to this cup in the first place. If you had seen any of my other videos, you know that I am all about inexpense. I had purchased the Diva Cup already for $34, maybe more with shipping, and the Maluna was $27, so the $19.99 was nice for my pocket. That's a great price if you want to try a menstrual cup for the first time, or if you want to try a new menstrual cup. So my cup arrived in 3 or 4 days. It got here really fast and I was on my cycle at the time, so I got to try it out right away. I don't have the packaging anymore because according to my eBay feedback, I had purchased this cup over 6 months ago. But along with the cup, I also got a little drawstring pouch, and each cup does come with its own pouch in a matching color. And also, I had a pamphlet that had some tips, instructions, and information about the cup. I will leave the Anagen Company website in the description below, as well as their Amazon listings, eBay listing, and the Facebook page. Make sure you go and like on their Facebook page because they have some information for you, some updates, and maybe in the future they'll have some discount codes for you to use if you don't want to pick this cup up today. On the Anagen website, you can buy just the cup with the pouch, or you can choose between 2 different gift sets with the Eva Cup. They also offer other menstrual items. One is the first period kit, and that's a great kit for somebody that just started their period or is going to start their period. Actually, that would be a great kit for anyone because I would use some of those items that are in that kit. They also have stain-free panties. They're leak-proof, and that would have been great for when I was in school or working outside the home, just to not have to worry about leaks. The Eva Cup is made of FDA-approved medical-grade silicone and manufactured in the USA. They're located in California. They have SGS, Intertech, and ISO certificates. Their U.S. patent is pending. They did have some problems with a China company already copying their cup, so they're getting their design patent. They do offer quality items at an affordable price. They did a lot of homework to give us a safe and well-made product. Also want to give them kudos. They're working with a non-profit organization to donate cups to developing countries for people with disabilities. If you want to know a little bit more about the certificates, you can click the link below labeled silicone. I talked a little bit about the silicone that some companies are using in China, and a little bit about their problem, the Anagen company's problem with the China company. The Eva Cup comes in 2 different sizes, size small and size large, and they have several colors for you to select from. The Anagen company was nice enough to give me permission to use their color cup chart, so I'll go ahead and show that now. So again, this is a size 2 Eva Cup, and it measures approximately 2 inches in height. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the stem. You can see that I had already cut some of the stem off. There were originally 4 grip rings on this stem, and the stem was fairly short to begin with, but I had a little bit of problems with stamping, and I know I had explained stamping before, but I'm going to go ahead and explain it again. Every time I bared down in any way, coughed, sneezed, or laughed, the stem would poke out just a bit and stamp my underwear with blood. So cutting those 2 little grip rings off helped solve my problem. I also learned that if I bared down right after I inserted it and wiped the base of the cup with a wet cloth or a wet wipe, it helped remove any excess blood. So I did cut off the 2 grip rings and I left this little nub, but I still have an easy time gripping onto that. You can see that it's nice and stretchy and my fingers are not sliding off. I do want to say to take care when you're cutting your stem, and I'm going to use the top of a pen for the black color so that you can see the seal under that stem is quite shallow. And you don't want to cut through that or you're going to cause your cup to leak. So right under the stem there are 3 grip rings, and they're not raised a whole bunch. You can barely hear that. Whereas my lunette here, the rings are really raised, and they make a nice loud sound. I rather like this design, that they're not really raised, because if you're out and about and you happen to have to change your cup, the grip rings do not hold the blood like, well, I clot sometimes, so my lunette, sometimes I've had to actually rub the blood off of the grip rings because it just gets stuck. And with this I could just rinse it off really easily and the blood comes off of it without any rubbing. So if you're out and about, that's a nice feature of this cup, that they're not really raised and you don't have to worry about that. But it doesn't make a big difference. I still grip onto it really nicely. My fingers are not sliding off of that. So it still gives you a good grip. The silicone is really nice. I like the way that it feels. It's nice and smooth. It's a sleek design, and you can see that at the secondary rim here there is no large ridge. It's not a hard edge. So that is a nice design there. And this rim is high. It's the highest rim that I've seen on any of the cups that I have, and I'll go ahead and measure it to the Eva Cup. So you can see that the rim is, secondary rim starts way lower on the Eva Cup than on the Eva Cup, and it is firmer there. So the bottom of the cup here is nice and squishy. It's soft, and I was really worried about that softness because I had all those problems with Maluna, but I'll elaborate on that later. And then that secondary rim is nice and firm. On this top rim there is a seam that runs all the way around the cup. And it's not raised a whole bunch. I can barely feel it with my fingertips, and I don't know if that's going to cause problems for people that are sensitive to all those little things, but just know that it is there. So right underneath the rim there are 4 suction release holes, and there are 2 of them there. And there's 2 more in the back. On the inside the cup is molded, mine is molded with a number 2, indicating that this is a size 2 or a large. And on the other side it is molded with the capacity that holds in milliliters, and that says 15 milliliters. 15 milliliters equals a half an ounce, and those numbers sit right on the secondary rim, so when I turn it to you this way, you can't really see those numbers, but from right above that stem to the secondary rim is a half an ounce. There's quite a bit more room until you hit that suction release hole. So after a few months of using the Eva Cup, I had a little bit of problems with some staining, not a whole bunch, but I did have some, and I wanted to get my cup to looking brand new again, and I just soaked it in a little bit of peroxide and water and boiled it off for a bit, and it was good as new when I woke up the next morning. I did think that I was going to have some problems with this cup opening because it was so soft down here. I was worried that it was going to be like the Maluna, that I couldn't get it open. But because the secondary rim is high up on this cup, I got the best of both worlds. It opened really nice. You know, you have the softness here and the firmness that you need it to open up here on those rims. So I had no problems inserting, and I usually use the punch down fold or the rosebud fold, and a little bit of coaxing and it popped right open. I just had to pinch that base. So I had no problems getting that to open, and then removal was easy. I actually forgot that I was wearing this cup one day. I emptied it in the morning, and then I forgot about it overnight. And then the next morning I remembered that I had it in, so I took it out, and I had no leaking for that whole day, and it was comfortable enough for me to wear it without even knowing it. So that's a good thing, but I guess that's also a bad thing. But I had no leaking, and it was comfortable. So those are key things in a cup. I really, really like this cup a lot. I think it would be a great cup for anybody that needed a soft cup, but somebody that needed a firm cup. You get the best of both worlds in this cup. At least I think so. The smaller of the two sizes that they have is probably really good for virgins or first-time cup users, teenagers. I think they would like this cup too. So I really like this cup. I can stand behind this company. They did a lot of testing, a lot of homework, and that makes me just feel a lot safer knowing that they really put a lot of thought into this cup and for our safety in using this item. So I hope I answered any questions that you might have had about the Eva Cup. If not, you can leave me a question in the comments below or PM me. You can also find me on Facebook and ask me questions there if you'd like. Thanks for watching.